Hey friends, welcome back to Artists of the Way. I'm John.
I'm Nate.
And today, what are we talking about, Nate?
Today we're talking about art for the children's.
Good. We have children. We have a vested interest in this.
Yeah?
And yeah, it's going to be fun. But first, Nate.
Yes?
Man, I'm really just speeding into this.
Yes, John?
Here we go.
What?
What have you been
Consuming!
Nom, 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 nom.
Well, John, the episode has finally come. The long-awaited episode. Don't look scared. Where I finally finished Virgil Wander.
Oh, wonderful! I just didn't know. I was like, what? Did you watch Daredevil?
Like, what did you do?
Yeah. Did you watch, I don't know, what's another thing that you would not watch?
I didn't.
But you finished Virgil Wander.
Yes.
Oh, what did you think?
Oh, it was a lovely read.
It
was
just so cozy.
I don't think I've read a book like that before.
I know.
That was just, it was very low plot.
Yeah.
But that was fine.
And there was like a climax, but like...
Yes, there definitely was a climax that things had been leading to. But that was also, it was exciting.
It was sort of
but
like you just like arrived in like a road trip. Like you were just kind of like, we're
Yes.
going along and like, oh, we're at the climax now, guys.
And it was still, even the climax, it didn't have everything that I thought that I was expecting. There was still unanswered questions.
Yeah.
But it was still lovely, and it was very much of, yes, you've been experiencing life with us throughout the book.
Yeah.
And we're going to end this book kind of like where life is still happening, sort of thing, and good stuff has happened, and we don't have the answers to everything in life. But it was really good.
Isn't the romance sweet?
The romance was very
Love the
sweet.
romance.
Yes. His Rune, his friend,
I love
who
Rune
flew
so
the kite,
much.
the Nordic man who came to live with him, who flew kites and got the whole town basically flying kites.
I love Rune so much. He's like one of my favorite fictional characters,
great.
maybe.
You got
He's
such
just...
a sense of him, you know.
Yeah. He's just wonderful.
But yeah, it was nice because the book is narrated by Virgil Wander.
Yes.
And so he's kind of like telling the story of this time in his life. And it really felt so much like you were spending time with the author, Leif Anger. Don't you feel like they're probably very similar?
I think so.
Yeah.
There's just such a rich personality to Virgil, which is just wonderful. Yeah, it just...
Not a extraordinary personality, but rich.
Yes.
Like a real person who you just like, who is very good, not perfect, but very good.
And changing and surprising himself.
Yes.
And I just love that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm so glad you've read that book now.
Yeah. Now I can pretty soon move on to
I Cheerfully Refuse.
I Cheerfully Refuse.
Which is darker, but I like a lot.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I basically read them all in read them twice in a 2-year span.
Oh, you read them twice.
Because I started with I Cheerfully Refused and worked backwards.
Oh, you did?
No, I haven't read Peace Like a River twice, so I should probably reread that.
Okay.
Because Shay and I read Peace Like a River at the same time, and then during the pregnancy we read Virgil Wander, and then over the last year we've been reading I Cheerfully Refuse again.
Okay.
And I think I was going back and forth on which one I like best, and I think I'd maybe just like all three for different reasons.
Okay.
They're all very different and offer very different things.
They do.
But I really appreciate what each one
At least
offers.
Peace Like the River and Virgil Wander did that. You enjoyed the ride, and it wasn't that complicated of a ride in Peace Like a River, but you really wanted to know what was going to happen, and it had some plot stuff that struck you aback.
Yeah,
that was a lot. That happened a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Where it's like, his style is, we're just reading along, and then this earth-shattering thing happened, period, end of chapter.
Yeah.
And you're like,
so.
what?
Yeah.
There's like no exclamation points. It's like, this is,
Yeah.
and then bam, bam.
Yeah. Just to prepare you, I do think I Cheerfully Refuse is his saddest one.
Okay.
I think it's very hopeful.
Okay.
But you will cry, but it's worth it. Just power through the tears.
That's good. I need that. I need that in my life.
I was like, you should be prepped so that you know what you're getting into. It is
but
weirdly
he cheerfully
cozy.
Refuses.
See, and that's the thing. It's a wonderful, brilliant book.
Okay.
Because it's laced with a good deal of sadness, but also a great deal of hope and joy, and it is still quite cozy in points.
That sounds like just like what I need.
I think it'll be good, but I wanted to make sure you knew what you were going to get into.
And so this is 25 years after his breakout novel, ish that he published this, and he's still writing good. You'd say?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, at 100%.
What a sweet man Lightfinger is.
I love him. He's great. Yeah.
What about you? What have you consumed?
It's been a really busy 2 weeks, and I was sick, so I watched a lot of Instagram reels. I was saying off camera how I've just ended up watching a bunch of videos about Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Because there's a game coming that I'm excited about. What was I about to say? Oh, Gilmore Girls, I think, has been the most consistent thing.
All right.
Assuming. Yeah. Still that fantasy trilogy. Actually, this might be it. Oh, no, I'm just still in the climax of the third book. I don't think I can quite talk about it yet. Okay. But I've been reading this fantasy trilogy, and it's dealing a lot with like guilt and providence and sovereignty and like determination versus free will.
Interesting.
It's very interesting, and the last chapter kind of hit me hard with some of like it's got a lot of perspectives, but one of the main characters like thoughts on his relationship with the God character and redemption, and that was very, very interesting. I'll unpack that more once I finally finish it.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to read that pretty solidly because I'm like, well, now I'm in the climax and I've got to keep going.
Yeah.
But mostly Gilmore Girls, probably.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just cozy, and so that's what Shay and I are watching when we have time.
Nice. Those are great shows to just
come to. We watched Silver Linings Playbook the other day.
That's right.
We went to the theaters. It was back in theaters. That's one of Shay's favorite films. I had to be pretentious and say films. It's about a guy who's had undiagnosed bipolar, and he was just gets out of a mental hospital, having sort of been balanced on some meds, and is like, okay, we're ready to reintroduce you to your life. And he initially had a breakdown because his wife cheated on him.
Oh.
And so that caused this huge breakdown, and he needed to be hospitalized. But now he's like, I'm great, I'm balanced, and I'm going to win her back.
Oh.
And so it's him trying to become the person he thinks that she will want him to be so that he can win her back.
Oh.
But there's also a restraining order against him because he did attack them. Because he found them and attacked them. But it is it's messy, but I think it's pretty beautiful. Though there's a love story, and it's a complicated love story. But it's very interesting. All the characters kind of have something that they're dealing with, and it's just cool the ways it unpacks it.
Yeah.
I think it's a good movie.
I've heard I should see it. I've heard I should see it.
I think you would like it. There's some parts of it you wouldn't like, along with our whole audience. But
I don't like our whole audience either. Correct.
But overall, I think you would like it. I think it's weirdly wholesome, even though it's kind of edgy.
Weirdly wholesome.
Well, it is weird. It's got like an edgy quality, but at the end of the day, I feel like it's kind of wholesome and sweet, and I think that's nice.
At the end of the day, this is weirdly wholesome. Ba-dum.
Nate.
Yes.
Do you feel just full?
Yeah.
That sounds like the gross, bloated kind of full, not like the I've had a good, satisfying meal
let me
kind
try
of
again.
Yeah. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Nate.
Yeah.
Now that you've got a full stomach.
Yeah.
Have you been sucked in the stomach by the spirit?
Not when I was full. Spirit.
I'm just getting more violent each week. I gotta cool it.
Have you had your head held underwater for extended a period of time by the Spirit?
Have you been waterboarded by the Holy Spirit?
I was. A passage came to my mind today that I found that I think is very beautiful. One of the most beautiful passages, I think, for me. And I thought I would read it.
Do it.
It's from the Bible.
I love the Bible.
It's from Ephesians in the Bible.
I love Ephesians. Ephesians is maybe my favorite epistle.
I can see why. It's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
It is like big vistas. This is reality.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Ephesians 3:14-21. For this reason, I bow my knees before the Father, from whom every family in heaven and on earth is named, that according to the riches of his glory, he may grant you to be strengthened with power through his Spirit in your inner being, so that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith, that you, being rooted and grounded in love, may have strength to comprehend with all the saints what is the breadth and length and height and depth, and to know the love of Christ that surpasses knowledge, that you may be filled with all the fullness of God. Now, to him who is able to do far more abundantly than all that we ask or think, according to the power at work within us, to him be glory in the church and in Christ Jesus throughout all generations, forever and ever. Amen. That's just beautiful.
That is beautiful. That's one of my favorite passages.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too.
There's a lovely version of my favorite hymn that I'm forgetting the name of right now. Oh my word, I'm forgetting what it is. What the heck, John?
What is it?
Oh my word. This is ridiculous. What's my favorite hymn?
The doxology. No.
What the heck?
Amazing. For this reason I bow my knees before the Father, from whom
it's done by the Worship Initiative. And I can't remember the name of the hymn, which is embarrassing. Can't remember the hymn itself. I'm clearly tired. Glory,
he may grant you to be strengthened with power through his Spirit.
But it's got like an interval where it reads that passage.
Oh,
in the midst of it. And it's very beautiful. I'm trying to find the album. Here's the album cover.
In your inner being, so that
that's not the
Christ
album
may
cover.
dwell in your hearts through faith.
But it just reads it in the midst of that, and I just love that. I think that's very nice. Is it
our audience might like to know what this is.
I know. How deep the Father's love for us. My word. That's my favorite hymn. Now it's all coming back to me.
That pairs great with that hymn.
Mm-hmm. So it's done by the Worship Initiative, and so it intermingles reading this passage with that hymn, and it's really great.
Okay. How Deep the Father's Love for Us by the Worship Initiative.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But man, God and his love for us is so much better than we even hope to think. I know I often don't feel or think of it, of how good I could even think it is. But if I think it's really good, it's even a better thought than that.
Yeah.
It's very breadthy. It's very long. It's very high and very deep.
Mm-hmm.
The love of Christ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How about you?
Mine's
How have you been walloped by the Spirit?
Oh, got a black eye.
Walloped.
Mine's kind of similar. There's been a nudge to just exist in peace and taste and see that the Lord is good. Like that's been a repeated refrain. So I've been trying to take some time with some beautiful music that can remind me of that place. I've been listening to some Rich Mullins and of course my boy John Van Dusen. But just taking some time to sit in that and remember that the Lord is good and try and feel his presence, which is difficult in busy or in hard seasons, but I think has been nice. Yeah.
What a useful, even just few minutes to do that. I've been trying to do that too, to try to sit at least and be silent.
Yeah.
And let God say something.
Yeah.
To me, it doesn't seem to always work.
Okay. It makes me think of there's a phrase that I think it's John Wesley has, who's the father of Wesleyanism, and he's talking about
Wesleyanism. Come here, boy. Take out the twist, Wesleyanism.
I think technically it was him and his brother, whose both names was Wesley.
They both had a son named Wesleyanism.
Yeah. But he has this phrase that my heart was strangely warmed. And I think he's talking about the moment of conversion for him. But I tend to think of it as like little mini versions of that, of every once in a while sitting in the quiet. Sometimes there's just this strange warmth in the heart. It's not always there, but it's those little blessings to remind me of God's love and presence. Yeah. And it's nice.
That's really nice. I recently heard podcaster Matt Fradd of Pints with Aquinas say that
I need to check out this podcast. You've been talking about it a lot.
You would love it, man.
I'm gonna go subscribe to it right now.
Catholic side would love it. I listened today. It's not out for everyone yet because he's on the Daily Wire, and so they come out earlier. But he interviewed a guy, Malcolm something. He's this great white, bushy-haired British person.
Malcolm Gite.
Gite?
I love Malcolm Gite.
I just learned about his book that the Rabbit Room published, and it sounds amazing.
You should look on our bookshelf, Nave.
You have it?
We have it.
What?
Shay got it at the Festival of Faith and Writing.
I messaged Ellie today. It's like, this is that book I was telling about. It'd be a good gift for me sometime because it sounds amazing. It's like Sir Galahad.
I'm very excited about it.
And the
Grail.
And the Grail. Yeah. This guy, he loves Lewis and Tolkien, talks a bit about them, but just about the importance of art and poetry. And some things he quoted from his writing, he sounds like an amazing poet.
He has a YouTube channel where he will just have a friend walk into his study with a camcorder as if he's inviting you in, and then he'll light his pipe, and then he'll just read something.
I've seen a little of this. They talked a bit about Tom Bombadil. I've seen him talk about him before.
Yep.
But I probably should watch more of him.
It's fun, and it's
delightful.
just so low tech. I love it.
But he's apparently a priest, and he's been a professor. Is he Anglican?
He's Anglican, boy. But yeah.
Yes.
Really cool.
So you're going to want to see that episode when it comes out.
I'll have to check that out. That's cool.
But that's not why I was mentioning him, because it was when Matt Fradd was actually... He talked to Russell Brand recently, too. That was interesting. Oh. But then also the intelligent design guy, Stephen Meyer. All very interesting episodes. But he talked about this time where he just felt God say to him, hey, I'm really proud of you. And that kind of thing. And he was telling a friend about this. He's like, that was probably me just wishing that was what God was saying to me. And the friend was like, no, that's not how you talk to yourself. And it's that's true, because I actually am more comfortable with God thinking that I am awful. I can be very good with I am awful and I need to improve and do better at that stuff. I'm very comfortable with that, but I'm not comfortable with just him loving me. Yeah. It was with Russell Brand. He was talking about this. And I think that's something that I want to be open to. I've experienced that before, where I really feel the love of God, and it's I can't fully go there. This is scary for some odd reason. But I think there's a lot of amazing and beauty there.
There's a lot of trust and thus a lack of control, I think.
Yeah.
And that's hard.
Yeah, because there is a lot of control. Oh, I'm bad in this. Okay, well, I know I have to improve, and I can work on that, and I can ask you to help me and stuff. But just like you really love me, and I can't comprehend this fully, and it's weird to try to accept something you can't comprehend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, main topic?
Yeah, let's move on to the main topic.
Main topic. Yum.
Oh, that was
good. Well done. All right, Nate.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Let's talk about art for kids. Kid art.
It has to suck. It has to be edutainment. There has to be really annoying songs.
Jon, this is an episode you need to hear.
What?
Yeah, okay, so let's talk about that of what are differences between art for kids versus for adults? Should there be differences? What is the purpose of art for kids? What should people who are creating art aimed at kids, what should their approach to it be?
Mm-hmm. I think there needs to be an awareness when you're creating something for kids. And this is, I should also preface this by saying, creating art for kids is very much not my strong suit, I guess I would say. Not that I can't do it, it's just not what I've done the most of.
Sure.
I've done some like street theater type stuff with kids.
Yeah.
I know some things, but I'm not, like, I don't know if I could write a children's book for kids. I'd love to try. I want to take a stab at it someday, but I think when you're creating something for kids, you need to be aware that you may be introducing a topic to them.
Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which doesn't mean make it ham-fisted or over-explain it to them, but it does mean be aware that this might be the first time a child's wrestling with grief.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to... You need a sensitivity there, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that there is that extra level of things to consider because we don't want kids to carry a weight that they're not strong enough to carry. Mm-hmm. But we also want to make them stronger enough so that they can deal with the things that will come into their life. And I think art is helpful for
that. And I think a lot of times, in terms of like thematics, I think kids can handle more than we give them credit for.
Yes.
But I also think that this might be just a completely different point as well. So I don't know why I was saying that as if it's a counterpoint to what I was saying.
but also... Here's something that agrees with this. What I said before.
Yeah. I think that you need to be able to step into like the joy of being a child to really be able to make something for a child again. There's a magic and a whimsy to things that are made for children, even when they're difficult. Like I think of Fox and the Hound, which is something that I love. Fox and the Hound and Inside Out. Like those are two stories for children that I love that are incredibly depressing, that my wife's like, do we have to watch these again? They're so sad, but you love them, so we will.
Ellie just showed Inside Out to our 2-year-old, and like apparently it went good.
I love that movie so much. It's one of my top 10 favorite movies.
It gives you opportunity to talk about some interesting things too. I think like ideally like art, when you show your kids art, even if it's something a little above their level, it gives opportunity to, as a family, like talk about things and help them frame that art then.
Yeah. But I think even as those are dealing with really heavy things, I mean, grief, broken friendships, depression, losing a sense of self, that's all heavy stuff that like I wrestle with as an adult.
Yeah.
But they also are like, also the joy of friendship and the wonder of this like beautiful world, one that is just our world and one that is like the wonder of the human mind. And I think they connect really well with the joy and whimsy that children feel and just like this idea of play. And that's something I love about art that is created with children in mind. Is I think the creators are just so much like, yeah, I'm just gonna play. Like I'm reading The Hobbit again with Arthur, and like we just met the elves.
Yeah.
And they're just so ridiculous.
They are. They're very different.
They're very out of character from any other time that Tolkien writes the elves.
Right.
But Tolkien's just like, this is fun. I love that the elves just know who Bilbo Baggins is and that he's on an adventure. And Tolkien is just having fun with it. He's just playing. And that is so fun.
And I think that I love having the wonder and joy in children's art because I think art for kids should prepare them for the world, should prepare them for their lives. And I think they should have be set up to view the world wonderfully.
Yeah.
I think that art for kids should essentially do the same things that it's supposed to do for adults.
Yep.
I think it should delight. Mm-hmm. Sometimes teach, hopefully not in a ham-fisted way. That's a way that both art for kids and adults can be bad.
Yep.
Should tell the truth, in the deep sense of that, and then instill a sense of wonder, which I think it's a beautiful thing that so much of culture is down for instilling a sense of wonder in kids. And kids are they are ready to eat it up. Their capacity for wonder seems to be a lot more greater than for adults, because I think a lot of adults have become calloused over. And so I think that if there's a difference between art in kids and adults, part of the problem is that there's been something taken out of art for adults, in that there isn't enough wonder for them, and we've allowed ourselves to become calloused over. But in that, we should remember that kids can very easily be wondered by things, and so they can be just wondered by just a picture of anything. Can be very interesting and wonderful to them, and thus it can be really easy to be really lazy in the art that you create for kids, because they'll just take in and enjoy pretty much anything. Kind of like they'll take in and enjoy like any candy sweet thing that you give them, but just because they're enjoying it doesn't mean that it's good for them and nourishing them. So I think like the art that we give our kids should be like, hopefully in some way, delighting them and nourishing them as well. Because we want our kids to have true beauty, because it can be so easy to give them something again like that they'll just like sit and watch because it's just flashing in front of them, like Coco Melon.
Have you seen any of the comparisons of like modern day children's like cartoons and entertainment compared to like ones from like the 90s and early 2000s?
I can imagine stuff, but I haven't like maybe seen these comparisons.
It's just insane, the overwhelming like overstimulation of a lot of modern kids entertainment, because that works to keep the kid entertained. If you have lots of noises that are wacky and high pitched and loud, and a lot of flashing colors and constant movement of the camera, and then it'll like compare that to like Magic School Bus, or like the X-Men animated series from the 90s, or Batman animated series,
or Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers is a great example.
Yes, a very slow paced show, which a lot of kids still locked in on. But you know, it's
well, and all of those are just, they're so much slower and more intentional. Like even like the animated stuff, the frame rate is slower. They're action shows, but the action is calmer even.
Right.
Like I am more calm watching the X-Men save the world from destruction in the 90s cartoon that was really carefully lovingly crafted with really slow, beautiful hand-drawn animation.
Yeah.
I'm more at peace watching that than I would be watching an episode of Cocomelon or Peppa Pig.
Right.
Because of the technique and the awareness of what a child needs and how to use that medium well.
Because the motivation has become, let's make something that the kids can't look away from, that will keep them occupied for as long as we need them to be. And we being the people creating it so that they get money, and we being parents who just want their kids to be occupied so then they can do their thing, which I get. But it's a beautiful thing that if, like the other day, I turned on a movie for Bear and I felt okay about it because he asked for Pride and Prejudice, the 1995 version. And I'm like, that's just low stimulus and has some actually like good and interesting things happen. And so he watched it for a while, and then he started like taking the cushions off the couch and was building things and creating a world with the cushions. And it's like, okay, I'm kind of glad that you're not like
so tuned in,
so like have to be locked into it, because I want you to be able to be freed from the screen and not be enjailed by it.
I had like the same experience with Arthur a couple nights ago because we were watching Much Ado About Nothing.
Oh, fun.
And I was like, this is a good like 90s movie. It's chill. It's Shakespeare.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel really good about this. And he sat next to me for like 2 or 3 minutes and watched and loved like some of the music that was going on. Then he just started crawling around the couch and then he was done and he went off and did his thing. But he enjoyed Shakespeare. I don't think he understood Shakespeare, but he enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And it was just like, that's cool.
And
it's lovely.
That is lovely.
And it felt like a good thing to share with him, unlike, a lot of things that could be thrown on where it's like, okay, this is going to be overwhelming for you.
Right. Yeah. Overwhelming. And just because they're sitting in front of it a long time doesn't mean their attention span is going to be increased in a healthy way, because what they're being given is just a bunch of like being stimulus and being like kind of grabbed by the throat that we can't move because you can't move because we keep on throwing new stuff at you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that creators for children's art really need to respect their audience. I think the best children's art respects them as real people that need to have real beauty given to them. And if you do that, you're probably going to be creating art that everyone, adults too, can enjoy. I think about what's the biggest streaming show in the world is Bluey. And people don't approach it as a children's show. Like, adults love this show because the creators, every episode has...
So does the actor of Daredevil, to bring it back to Daredevil.
He loves it too?
He does love it. He's like, I love watching this with my kids, and I also just love it. He's cosplayed as Bluey.
That's great. I saw an interview with Ed Sheeran, and he was like asked if he gets starstruck by anyone. He's like, not really. Well, maybe by like the guy who plays Bandit in Bluey, the dad.
That's hilarious.
But like, they're very intentional of there's a good fun. It's fun lesson for kids, but it's not like overstimulating. And there's like something in there for the adults too that maybe at some point the kids will pick up on, but the adults definitely do. And it's enriching for everyone. And then it becomes like a family experience because everyone is getting something good out of it. And then you like think about other like works that have stood this test of time, like Wind in the Willows has like a very elevated prose to it, that we're not just going down to the lowest common denominator, but kids actually learn words because there's words in the books that they're being read that they don't know, but because they're being read to it by context or by asking their parent who's reading it, they can learn what the word is, and they just become all the richer for it.
Another good example, I'm going back to X-Men, the animated series. Can you tell that this was one of the formative cartoons I watched growing up? But my favorite episode in that, which I'm realizing I don't know if I've told you about before, but I think you would love this episode.
Okay.
Is called Nightcrawler. It's about the X-Man Nightcrawler,
yeah.
who is a fun concept because he is basically like a blue devil. Like he's got like pointy ears and fangs and yellow eyes and a tail. But he's Catholic. And so he looks like a demon to everybody, but he believes in the Christian faith. And so this episode introduces his character. It's like a one-off episode. And so it's like the X-Men are going on vacation in the Alps. And it's like 3 X-Men. They're tired of saving the world, so they're going to go on vacation in the Alps.
Okay.
And then there's like a mob that's like anti-mutant. They're like, well, we're going to see what's up with this. And they go to this monastery where they hear this mutant is. And they're like, oh, sure enough, here's this mutant that looks like a demon. Yeah. But he's trying really hard to love these people who hate him because of his Christian faith. And it all turns into a very deep, nuanced dialogue between Nightcrawler and Wolverine about why Nightcrawler still believes in God when all these terrible things happen to him.
Really?
When he was abandoned as a child, when these people want to murder him, when there are Christians in this town who want him dead. And it all ends with Wolverine going into the chapel and praying when he hasn't prayed for maybe decades because he's immortal,
right?
And is like inspired by the faith that he sees in Nightcrawler. And then you have a couple other characters
this is in a comic book or an animated show.
Mm-hmm. And you have a couple other characters who have their own perspectives on faith, and like Gambit doesn't quite get it, and Rogue is like, well, I kind of get it, but I'm not quite there, but I understand. And so it's this very interesting, nuanced look at faith. I think it won an award for its writing. But this is in a like TV Y7, show that played on Warner Brothers Kids.
Yeah.
But they didn't go in thinking like, okay, how are we going to... They went in saying, these are rich characters and we want to explore the topic of faith. And we're going to do that to the best of our ability. And it is one of the most beloved episodes of that series. Wow. And it still makes me emotional.
Yeah.
But as a 7-year-old, you can still enjoy it and you can understand what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
And it doesn't shortchange those ideas. And I just...
Amazing.
Yeah, I think it's
That's a great example. I remember as a kid thinking that I am smart. And I can understand things as a little kid. And I remember thinking that when I grow up, I need to remember that kids are smart.
I've had this exact same thought. And now as a dad, I'm like, I have to remind myself what I said as a little kid, even though it's really hard to believe as an adult. But I have to remind myself. But it's also not hard to believe when I look at them.
Like my 2-year-old, He is smart, and he can understand so much. And if you put the bar here for him, they'll so often come to meet it and even surpass what you think they can do. Yeah, that's definitely an amazing thing of like, don't put the expectations low for your kid.
Yeah.
They'll make it high and they'll probably surpass it.
Yep.
Keep in mind that they're kids and don't burden them with things that they shouldn't be burdened. But also, you can talk to them about things and help them through difficult things and give them healthy ways of processing things. I think art is a really good way to do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel much more equipped to give my children good art.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I have a passion for this kind of thing. I've always wanted to be like a children's book illustrator, and I'm getting to do that now with the work I'm working on with my wife. And yeah, I want it to be something that everyone enjoys. And I know my wife is working on a middle grade novel, but she's struggling of knowing like how to market it because she thinks it's something that everyone can enjoy, but it happens to be about a couple kids, but it's got some deep stuff in it though. And really, I think there should be more stuff that just everyone intake and
I
benefit
think
out of.
That's something I see happening a lot
excellence.
in like the book reading community, like the people who would be like, I'm really in and like reading books is my thing. Is a lot of them are like, I love a middle grade novel. Like those are amazing. Like I will read and enjoy those as much as a YA or as a like
because it can mean that it's a
whatever.
great story that might not have annoying things that you don't want, like an annoying, like teenagers being annoying, or having like a love story that you don't really care about, or something like that.
Yeah, I think they're great. I really respect middle grade authors. It's something I want to try my hand at sometime and don't expect I'll be very good at. But I really admire the people who are good at it. Well, thank you. I just the ability to gently meet kids where they're at, and embrace a level of fun and joy that they engage with, while also still creating something that's so rich and layered. I think is so impressive.
Because it's read something good, and don't put in like nasty stuff.
I mean, it's easy to make something deep if you're making it dark, because things that are dark and heavy are automatically deep. That's easy, and that's what I do, and it's easy.
I've read some middle grade stuff with some dark stuff.
Sure, middle grade can certainly go there, but I think it's a lot harder to create something that feels appropriate and gentle to that, while still being as deep and rich.
Yeah, that seems like a very good exercise. It's like how a good communicator can talk in very simple terms. Like I think Lewis is brilliant because he can be understood by normal everyday people. You don't have to have a doctorate degree, even though he's talking about brilliant, mind-bending stuff. If you're a really good communicator, you can figure out a way to communicate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool.
Oh yeah, we have our bonus section.
Should we ask some questions?
Let's do it.
How many questions do we have? 11? Guess what, guys? It's time for our favorite part of the episode, the counting section. What are you guys' thoughts on children's art? Well, Nate looks that up.
Yeah.
Share that down below.
What's some of your favorites?
What's some of your favorites? What do you think are things that are essential or that you look for in art when you're wanting to share art with children? And have you ever created art that's specifically geared towards children? And what was that like? Did you feel like it went well or didn't go well? What did you learn from that? Let us know.
Yeah, we're young parents here, and we can learn from your experience is with trying to engage your children in art.
Yeah.
All right, John. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're at 10 again.
What a beautiful round number. Nate,
yes, sir.
Ask me number 6.
Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
We're rapidly jumping into rapid fire questions.
Okay, John.
Yeah.
If you could add a holiday to the calendar, what would it be?
I feel like I had an answer when you asked it, and now I don't remember what my answer was.
Do a new one.
Shoot. What do I like celebrating?
What do you want to celebrate? I know. You said a bread day. You'd like to celebrate bread.
Oh, that's tempting. Oh, Nate, no. I had a great altruistic answer. And then you threw out bread day. I'm like, maybe I don't need to be altruistic. Oh, no. Okay. A bread day would be really great.
Share bread.
Yeah. Oh, this could work. These could go together.
Okay.
No, that's good. Because what I was going to say was it would be great to have like... This is a terrible title for it, but a poverty day. But just a day where it is like, on this day, we all do something to help lift up people who are worse off than us.
Okay.
Namely those in poverty, but it could be like a lower class family who's having a hard time.
Yep.
And that could totally be bread day. Bake a lovely a loaf of bread and go give it to someone who's worse off than you.
Yeah.
And see if there's something else you can do to help them. Then you get, then in theory, everybody, except for like the richest person, gets a great loaf of bread. that they get to enjoy, that's warm and steamy and soft. I love bread so much.
And what if you not only
then,
give them a piece of bread, a loaf of bread, but ask them if they want to share the bread with you?
That would be great. And then you can see if there's what else can you do to help lift this person up.
Yeah.
And then it can become something that's a lot deeper than just a handout, but really coming alongside somebody and helping them.
Yeah.
And improving their quality of life, equipping them for that with things that they can take into the future. Maybe you have to bring the bread recipe with you and some ingredients. I don't know. But like, oh, that would be great. And then everybody gets bread. I love this. I want this to be
maybe a future Artist of the Way holiday.
We could do
an Artist of the Way
event.
Holiday.
I love this. Okay. Nate.
Okay, we're down to 9 because I got rid of that one because we both had answered it.
Give me your phone.
Okay.
If you had to change your name, what would you change it to?
Ooh. Okay. I've thought about this before, and I wonder. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts, but maybe like Grant or Noah, or those are ones I thought. Let me see. Yeah, so there's an answer.
Both of those would fit. I think Noah feels the most like you between the two, but I don't know if that's just because it has an N in it.
Yeah, I have that N as well.
Yeah. No, I think Noah feels more like you than Grant.
Okay.
Yeah. I vote Noah.
All right.
Nate.
Yes.
Ask me number 6 again, which is now a different
new
number 6 than before.
Oh, you've done this one.
Dang it. Ask me number 2.
Okay.
All right.
What color do you most identify with as a person? Like, this is a color, and this color is also me.
This is going to be a sad answer.
Uh-oh.
I think I identify most with the color blue.
Oh, that's a great color.
It is a great color, but I also think it's just kind of, it's a little melancholy, you know?
Yeah.
It's just a little, yeah. It can be really happy and joyful and refreshing, but it's also just a little sad. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I vibe with that. Also, I do like the color blue. It's one of my 2 favorite colors, so there is that.
Yeah.
But I think part of that is because I vibe with it.
No, I can see that. There's a peace to it. There can be a sadness to it. There can be a lifeness to it, and I think you embody all those things.
Well, thanks.
Yes. Good choice.
Thanks. Nate.
All right, here we go. We're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep. What about this first one? You've answered it. Dang it. What about 2, 3, 4. This one? Yeah. If you were a professional wrestler, what would your stage name be?
Did we not do this one?
We did this one last week.
For me?
I'm positive
we just didn't write down that I did. Because I was like, I have an answer for this one.
Yeah, we did it.
I don't want to say it again.
Go back and listen to the other episode. Okay, what's the new number 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, what was your favorite toy as a child?
Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
When I was
a young warthog.
When he was a young warthog.
Very nice.
Thanks. When I was, I don't know,
young warthog.
2 when I was 2 or 3, some family friends of ours gave me a sponge. It was a large sponge, and it became my beloved sponge. Oh. And I would just carry the sponge around, and sometimes it would be a dry sponge, and sometimes it'd be a wet sponge. And I would just kind of have it around all over the place with me. And I just loved this sponge. And I think my mom would have to take it and like wash it sometimes because the bacteria, she probably threw it out at some point, but I can still kind of feel like the essence of this sponge in my hand, and it was a comforting thing.
I love that. Oh, it's a ghost. It's always with you.
Yes. Soaking up my bad feelings.
I love that.
Wringing out my emotions.
Yeah. That's healthier than stuffing it.
Yeah. I need to bring that sponge out of the closet sometimes.
Yeah. Well, Nate.
Yes.
This was nice.
Yes.
Let's do it again sometime.
Well, let's
do it again with you guys, too.
Yes, with you.
And if you liked the episode, please like it, leave a comment, share it with your friends, because that's how we get new listeners. And with your dead relatives, that's the thing I'm saying now.
It does no good. No good.
But it chagrins Nate, and I enjoy that. Leave a review. Reviews are super helpful as well. It tells us what we're doing good, what we're doing bad at. It can help us laugh or cry in the shower thinking about them.
Yes.
And reviews help people know whether or not they should listen to it. So if you hate it and you don't want anybody to listen to it, then you should leave a review. Tell them.
Yeah.
If you want to hear more of our lovely voices talking about things, we have a book club and it's Patreon exclusive. You can join our Patreon for $3 or $5 a month. For any tier, you get access to our book club where we are reading Out of the Silent Planet
by C.S. Lewis. A great sci-fi novel by a great guy.
It's really great. For $5, you get the opportunity to ask questions of our guest, and you can throw rapid-fire questions into the pool for Nate and I.
We need more rapid-fire questions. We're running out.
We're running out.
We're rapidly running out.
Only you can get us... Nice. Only you can get us more rapid-fire questions. So you can find more about that at artisttheway.com/podcast. I think we've got some info on the Patreon there. Or you can go to patreon.com/artisttheway, I believe is what it is.
Way to remember those URLs.
I'm guessing. I'm 90%
Just
sure that's
Google
what
it.
they are.
We know that's what you're gonna do anyway.
Yeah, lazy. You can't even type https://www. Well, that's because they're lazy.
Don't even have to type www anymore.
Well, that's because they're ultra lazy. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you.
Have a great week.